This is my 2026 Dodge Charger Scat Pack high output that I have less than 60 days to turn into a high horsepower drag monster. But by the time you guys are watching this video, this engine and trans will already have been out, and we're already doing the power mod, power adding, deep dive process into this car. So before we take this thing to the drag strip, show everybody in person, I want it to look nice. That's something that I just pride myself in. So we're gonna test out some stuff, change the wheels, change the look of this car, and see if we can make this thing look awesome. Now, everybody that gets a Scat Pack starts a few different ways. And I'm gonna show you what not to do by showing you what they do. Oh, buddy, Scat Pack, starter pack. Oh. If you have these on your car automatically is the most heinous thing on the road. Disgusting. Don't ever put these on your car. A little quick detailer, get it all ready. Oh, guys, I'm so sorry about this. Oh, jeez. I have to do it. I literally have to do it. This is coming off, by the way. It's not saying. I can't. Just going with the memes, dude. Just bear with me. Now, this is a dedicated drag car, so I wanted to go with one of the more reputable drag racing wheels out there, and that is Weld. They also make really cool beadlocks, and they have a bunch of different options. So we've got front wheels that are 20s, and then rears that are 17s beadlocks. For the wheels, and then the wheel tire combo you see over there, I worked with Fitment Industries. Really cool. We'll talk about them here in a second. And I'm actually now a wholesaler for X-Comp tires, so we're gonna set that up here on 53 Supply here pretty soon, but you can order tires for drifting or drag racing, whatever, really shortly here at 53supply.com. So got some X-Comps in the front, and then we've got a lip kit. Rear wheels, I'll show you in a second. They look so good. Just went ahead and got some lug nuts online. And as for the body, the only kit that I like out there, honestly the best one I could find, is from Aero Flow Dynamics. So we're gonna open this up. It is a front lip, side skirt, and then wing extension. We're gonna install all these today because I think that will make the body a lot more just visually appealing. So Aero Flow Dynamics, I'll link all the products that I'm using in the description where you can get them, except for the stripes, because nobody should buy those. But here we go. Let's take all this, do big boy Legos, and put it together, put it on the car, see how she looks. So the other half of my fitment, my wheel stuff, showed up today. She made an Instagram reel. You guys should check it out because it's hilarious. She's loading up what she thought was just the tires, but with Fitment Industries, you can actually get wheels and tires mounted and shipped to your door. So this is everything already mounted. These are my big old slicks, and she like struggled getting this into the car. This thing is, wow. That's a meaty boy, but yes.
I want to roll it.
You want to roll it?
I don't know if you can.
You can try. You're gonna try. You can try. Pretty sure these are 28-inch tall slicks. Big boys.
Turn it, Mommy.
All right, you ready? This is why you have kids, guys. You don't have to do any work ever. Yeah. Yeah, we're just gonna make sure we scratch the whole side of the car. Go, go, go. You're gonna run your sister over. Watch out. Good job, girls. Let's go check these out, dude. Welcome to the club.
Wow.
Look at these girls.
Wow.
So these are Weld Racing beadlocks. So I'll run these on the rear. These are 17s. We got a 28-inch tall Mickey Thompson. This is an ET Street R. I'm new to the drag world, so like I know this tire is good. I'm gonna basically try and max out whatever I can with this tire. And if we need to get a softer sidewall or just a complete, dedicated drag slick at some point, we're gonna see what we can do here. And yeah, beadlocks enable you to go essentially like 1, 2, 3 PSI without debeading. It's gonna look sick. It's great. So these are gloss. And actually, I'm gonna show you guys something real quick. The gloss up front, you'll see that it just gets lots of streaks and smears. I'm gonna show you guys how to clean this and prep this real quick. So instead of using an actual wheel cleaner, because you really don't need to, wheel cleaner is just to get like heavy duty brake dust off. I'm just using our quick detailer right now to get all these smears off. It's sort of like self-heals is the best way I can describe it. It gives you a finish with minimal effort. Also, our quick detailer just smells incredible. So what I'll do now that I've used quick detailer is use our ceramic spray. This is a bigger bottle and it's obviously very used. It's disgusting. Our ceramic spray works on windshields. It works on anything you can think of, really. I'm gonna ceramic seal this, and it will essentially, it'll make it a lot easier to remove brake dust, road dust. And you'll notice, it'll start curing just like any other ceramic product. When it starts curing, or flashing, whatever you want to call it, I'm gonna flip it to a drier side, or just grab a dry towel, because that's always the best. And I'm going to just lightly sort of buff it in. Here we go. We've just ceramic sealed our wheels, and now it'll be easier to keep dust off. Check out blacktidedetailing.com. So as you saw in the previous clip, you can get wheel and tire combos already mounted from Fitment Industries, and that's huge. So got some ET Street Rs for the rear, and I'll unbox these when we put them on, so I'll keep that nice and packaged. We're gonna move to the fronts. So the fronts, I had to do a bit of math, and I'm gonna show you this next clip of me nervously checking the wheel fitment on the car, because there's no wheel specs available online for these, so I had to figure it out myself with math. I was sweating. Check it out. What clearance issues? 0. Yes, I love little victories. Okay, found some lug nuts from my truck. I just want to see how it fits on the ground. Let's see if we're gonna crush this wheel with this friggin' boat. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. As you can see, fenders are great. I may have to just pull them slightly, but with the right tire, this is going to be mint. Woo! Shout out to Fitment Industries, dude. If you guys need some good wheels, Fitment's got you. Now we just gotta wait for some suspension. Hopefully somebody's gonna have something for us sooner than later. So the way I figured it out was I looked up all of the factory wheel specs for this online. So you have the 10.5 plus something for the all seasons that these are on, and then you have the Scat Pack. Took all of the wheels that are available for this car and then looked at the size, width, and offset. Did my own math and figured out for every single width what offset could work, especially if I wanted to have a little bit more poke and a little bit better fitment. So on the fronts, I'm doing 20 by 10.5. So these are 5 by 127. They're still the same, I believe, is the past generation, with an offset of positive 38. So positive 38, 10.5 should be solid. With that though, this car is all-wheel drive. Now I don't know how we're gonna end up doing the transmission tuning on it. Usually these cars are more than likely very rear-wheel biased, and then you have the fronts to slip and engage and sort of like grab and apply power when you need it. So you're really not depending on the fronts. I was gonna get some MT Streets, but honestly, I really like these X-Comps. I just started using them on my drift car, those last events, and they're very grippy. They're pretty soft. I like them a lot. They're not directional, they're in-out wheels, so really cool. Stock we have on this one, 275/40/20s. This is a 315/35/20. Especially with all-wheel drive cars, one of the most important things is not only matching the width, but to not break the all-wheel drive system, you want to match the height of the wheels. So I got as close as possible. So 315/35/20s are almost, I think, like to a 0.0 something inches the same height as a 315/50/17. So in a second, I'm gonna get these mounted. Let's move to these. I wanna see what we got here. So we got one of the first, actually maybe the first version of this. This is the wing extension. Now, like I said in the detailing video, this may be an entirely different wing, which I believe it is. And then I believe it's got its own gurney flap, which is in there. So there we go. New wing, same exact sort of like piano black from factory. And as you can see, it's got this little lip right here, which just makes the car look infinitely more aggressive, especially with bodies like these. And then they have the gurney flap. And at some point during this process, I mean, if it makes enough difference with drag, I'm talking about like actual aerodynamic drag, we may end up removing this, at least the gurney flap, but for now, it's not fast enough to matter. So, comes with rib nuts, all the hardware you need. This will be an extension of the wing somewhere. We'll figure it out. Other piece of the gurney flap. We got the wing. Let's move on to the other stuff. We've got a bunch of stuff for the front that we'll put together and I'll show you later. I'm just gonna take all this out and show you it as I'm installing, but I promise it's really cool. My camera's going crazy. Stickers! Yay! Every time. Now that the tires are mounted, it's time to see if my math was correct. Not even referring to the fitment on the car, but height of the tire. Now keep in mind, this radial is probably going to be a bit shorter than it looks at the moment because with a beadlock, you can deflate it to freaking, you know, nobody's business PSI. So it'll be a little bit shorter. So this is a 315/50/17, so 17-inch beadlocks on the rear. And then, wow, pretty close. So there you go, there's the height difference from the front to the rear. A little of that may have to do with the fact that this is a 17 by 10. They don't have a 17 by 10.5 beadlock, so the tire's compressed, squeezed in a little bit more, making it a little bit taller. But like I said, these will be deflated. I don't even know what air pressure is in these right now, but I'll probably be running them, I assume, at 15 or lower throughout the lifespan. So I've got the wheels knocked out. I'm gonna move all this stuff out of the way, pull the car in just a little, and start the install. All All right, we're gonna start with the front of the car. So we've got a front chin splitter. I don't know what they actually call it, but it's a front splitter extension, and then we're also gonna do the front wheels and tires. So I'm gonna start with this. I went ahead and wiped this down. I used black tie detailing quick detailer. You can use a little bit of alcohol, whatever you need. Just don't use anything with a wax. The Aero Flow kit, it's a multi-piece. It's just made of like a OEM sort of plastic. It's for what it's worth. I mean, it feels like the same or similar material as the OEM plastic. So honestly, it's pretty good. So this kit is multi-piece. It kind of snaps together and plays like that. Fit it up, and yeah, I'm gonna be honest. This is pretty impressive. Like fitment. I'm used to building Japanese cars where we import body kits from Japan and nothing fits. Yeah, that actually lines up really well. And on each side, this will really help whenever we put the wider wheels on. But these are sort of just like fender extensions. So we'll see how these look. The subtle bit of aggression you get just from a simple front lip is crazy. So I'm gonna lower the car down, make sure these wheels fit, and my math was right. I know the wheels fit. It's more as like, do I have enough room for the tires? Which based off of the Scat Pack, again, I don't know why my Scat Pack didn't come with the 315s, but it comes with 315s, I think square, and then just like two different wheel specs, front and rear. So these wheels being a lower offset than the stock, it's gonna poke out a little bit, which at worst, I'm just gonna have to do a little bit of fender work and fender rolling, which I'm very used to with my drift cars and my Japanese cars. All right, let's see what this, oh, all right, I guess we're just sending it not too low, which is honestly nice. Looky there, boys. We've got just a tad bit of poke. I'll take my fender roller at some point, and what you do for this is you'll just take the fender roller and you'll just roll these in just a tad. You can pull them out just a touch, mostly just for look. This front suspension, when it flexes, it should still camber in and not touch the front fender, but really shouldn't matter too much. Again, this is a straight line car, and the only thing that this front end is supposed to do is raise up and stay raised. It's gonna stay about this right height, even if we get lowering springs. So still on the hunt for those. Heard back from Ibach. They're testing springs for it, but they need the car physically out in California, and like I'm not doing that. I got a time crunch. So now it's time to back the car in. I'm gonna test the rear slicks, really hoping that they look as good as I mean, I don't know why I'm doubting myself. It's gonna look awesome, but slicks, and let's see what we can tackle with the spoiler today. So I just did a big 3-point turn out here just to turn around, and no rubbing whatsoever. So I'm stoked. Like these wheels at full lock, tires don't rub at all, and that's just sick. Dude, check this out. It looks so much better. Just a simple lip kit just changed the car completely. Nah, I mean, wheels too. Like, can't forget the wheels, but let's finish this up. Let's get the rears done, see how these big old meat sticks. I mean, dude, these are so considerably taller than these. These are not the wheels and tires that are supposed to come on this car. Again, I don't know. This car is a mystery to me. Doesn't matter. We're taking it off anyways. Oh my gosh. That's, hold on. That is what we like to call a major meat upgrade, boys. All right, so I'm running into my first issue. It's not technically an issue, but I wouldn't try this at home. So at first I thought that the balancing weights, which I don't need, I thought were hitting something, but looks like I'm gonna have the slightest little clearancing issue with the main banjo bolt going to this brake. Now that's not an issue, so things you can do here. The wheel will spin, but as this heats, it might expand. I don't want this to expand and end up like touching the wheel in any way. I don't want to break the wheel, I don't want anything to crack. So I'm just gonna very carefully file this down and round it out without affecting the bolt itself. So, by the way guys, I just want to say, never ever do this. If you need something like this done, modified to your car, bring it to a professional. Not saying I am, but I'm used to cutting up cars all day long and very familiar with fabrication and how metal works. So to add one more thing to the list of things you absolutely should not do, ever. Figured out the caliper was also a culprit, not just the bolt right here, but this caliper stuck out too far. Do not ever do this. I shaved down the housing. A lot of times these cast housings have generally a lot of like extra, girth to them. Terrible word of choice right there, but I used it anyways. So I shaved down and filed down the edges right here. This piece right here was out another, few millimeters. Safely clearanced as much of that as I possibly could. And now I have hurt the structural integrity of my brakes. So that's really cool, very race car of me. I'm kidding. I would not do this ever at home. So I checked clearance, had to clear this down a little bit, and we're solid. So check it out. So I haven't done the wing yet. First, I wanted to make sure and test the car, see if there's any scraping, rubbing with the rear brakes, and it seems like we are good so far, but I just wanted to show off the look. So sort of bummer is, you know, no suspension for this car, so it's gonna be a bit tall in the meantime. Totally fine, it is what it is, but the car looks great. I don't know, dude, Beadlocks just look a certain type of way, and you know, big old meaty tire up front. The side skirts, easy. This is probably one of the better kits I've ever installed. Just fits really, really nicely. So props to them. Thanks to Aero Flow. This is sick. Need to give this a good test rip and make sure it really works and it's reliable with the brake modifications that, again, you should never do. I'm watching you guys, don't do this. But big thank you to Fitment Industries as well. Quick shout out to them. You can get wheel tire packages mounted, especially with Beadlocks. I mean, you know, Beadlocks, not everybody knows how to mount these, and these showed up literally at my door, already mounted like this. And they were already balanced. Now, of course, I took them off and didn't use those for reasons, but I tell you what, dude, it looks so good. A good crazy tire out back, and this basically the same height out front. Dude, this car's gonna be nuts. So, oh man, I am tired. I'm gonna finish up the wing and the rest of everything tomorrow, polish it up, make sure it's nice, take that stupid little decal off the front, and we'll call it a sweet video after that. That looks awesome. Dude, just a little, I can't believe how good the lip kit. Just forget about the sticker, please. Please forget about the sticker. Just for the sake of showing you all that's available for this kit, I installed everything, but curious to know what you guys think on the full Monty here. So, easy to install. I didn't realize that Dodge literally held their wings on with clips. Pretty cool. It's actually very sturdy. Same with the side skirts. With daily driving, it's probably fine, but usually with skirt extensions for any case, front bumpers and stuff like that as well, I usually like to have some sort of like nut and bolt, at least, you know, 4 of them that are like M6 to M8 or something like that all the way through. So I'll do some more hardware to make sure that it doesn't fly off. The wing's cool. I like the design of it. It's got the little flip up right there, which I think just kind of just makes the car look a lot more aggressive. Cool design. It's really flush. It's very similar to the stock look. It kind of like, it, you know, up right here. I don't know what you would call that. It's a
what?
So it's got a, and then you've got the extension right here, or not the extension, but you got the gurney flap. So this reminds me of Franklin, freaking GTA 5, dude, which is crazy. Curious what you guys think. Let me know in the comments. Again, I don't even know. I think this is the new part of the wing. I've seen it done before on the cars. I know some people probably like it. I don't know. I'm indifferent, and I'm honestly curious to know what you guys think. It doesn't look bad. Like, it looks kind of cool. I like that it's at least like it's well cut. And again, I'm from the import world, so I get parts from Japan that barely fit. And you know, I'm used to having to do 500 hours of body work to make something fit. All this stuff fit like perfectly as I could have imagined. So props to them, props to Aero Flow Dynamics. It all fit really well. But do I just put a freaking big old sticker on this? Let me know what you guys think. I may take it off, especially just because that little piece right there is going to experience a lot of drag going faster. And I'll probably just leave the gurney flap on, maybe take the center off. But you guys let me know what you think. I pledged my loyalty to finishing up everything. This is my treat. When I finished up the install, I could remove this. So no more of this garbage. Now I gotta use some quick detailer and get my friggin' fingerprints off, but oh my God, we're safe. We're safe from the scat life, dude. Oh my goodness, yeah, the wing made a huge difference. We're gonna pretend that it's lower. Either way, I really like it. I don't know if they have a different version or not, and not that there's anything wrong with this one, but I'd almost like to see a kit that maybe doesn't have the extension up right here. Just for science, you know what I mean? Just to see what it would look like. But I think either way, it would look really good. And the front lip's really cool. All things considered, stock suspension or not, it almost is hard to believe that this is the same car that I started the video with. Guys, let me know what y'all think in the comments of the wing and the research I've done and the kits that are available. It was my favorite by far. And I love the skirts. I'm gonna keep those on. Keep the front, like the front chin splitter is sick. Other than pulling the fenders, this is probably about as deep as I'm gonna go into like modifications of the body, because I have so much to do to make sure this thing in 40 something, 50 something days, over 1,000 horsepower or something close to that. pretty nervous to step into this. This is a territory that I've never been involved in my life, but it is something that I have like wanted to pursue for a while. I really like, my heart was with the JDM stuff, but like, you know, I don't know, I've owned just about every Japanese car I've wanted to own, and racing is fun, drifting is fun, but everybody at some point just ends up building a freaking 1600 horsepower car and then using it to do ignorant stuff and just go fast. So I think that's like, since the beginning of time, every single man in the world has been like, all right, I think my car's faster. Oh no, I think my car's faster. How do you race it? When the light's green, you go. It's fun, it's innate. We all know how to do it. We all want to do it. It's our caveman instinct. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys are stoked. Next video, the build truly starts. So we're gonna start making it faster, take it to the strip, shipping some parts off in. I've usually always tried to leave my videos as impactful as I can. So I usually I used to do just daily advice. I do a little bit differently now, but I'm gonna flip to a random page here and read you something that may or may not hurt your feelings, but it's something that's improved my life drastically. So I'm gonna share some good news with you. Flip to this page. First thing I'm pointing at right here, all right? Many are the plans in a person's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that prevails. Ouch. I know this all too well. A lot of times, even for this car, even for this build, got my own plans. Sometimes, for reasons that we don't know, God sometimes has to shut it down or open new doors because he knows which doors are best for you. Cross my fingers. I hope this build, you know, puts me in a good spot, into a place that I've been wanting and praying for years. So I'm excited, man. I'm very fortunate to have had this like kind of fall into my lap and get the opportunity to do this. So I'm gonna make the most out of it, and I'm gonna push myself to the limits and give you guys the absolute best content, best videos that I've ever made, or at least die trying maybe. I love you all, and I will catch you guys next video for the build to truly start. Subscribe if you aren't already, and if you are subscribed, make sure you turn those notifications on, because the way that my channel works is it's probably at the bottom of your feed, unless it's always at the top, in which case I love you. But just make sure you're subscribed, you turn that bell on, and do all the other gadgets that you guys probably know what to do to make my videos pop up for you. So love you all. I'll see you guys next video. Peace.